Welcome to a new moving vlog. It has been a couple of days since I last saw you because I lost my battery charger for my camera. But I just found it, so I can update you on everything we've done. And guys, you will not believe the amount of stuff that we got done in the past 2 days. Just today was insane. A friend of ours came over. He and Robert built our bookshelves. This is not the place where they will go, but now it looks just like our old apartment. They will move eventually to this corner, which is now still a wall of boxes. I already gave you a little sneak peek there accidentally, but we picked up this morning this dream of a cabinet. Look at it. It is so beautiful. Oh, I cannot believe it. This is another second-hand find and it is just perfection. This is everything that I wanted. It has that typical modern farmhouse style. The color is perfect. It's a grayish green, which we're gonna have all over the house. And it is huge. And one of the most important things, it looks good from the side. So that when you look at it from the living room here, it's gonna be so gorgeous. And then another thing that we did is we hired a van to pick all of this up, and while we had it, we decided to go ahead, clear the backyard of all of the debris that was here. Remember, this was a gigantic pile of wood. You couldn't even walk here. It's all cleared out now. Everything is gone, as are the carpets that we ripped out, the scrap metal and everything. Everything is gone, and we have our garden back. Look how beautiful it is. The time has come. We're gonna sleep here tonight. We cleaned the floor today. We're not 100% sure that the guys were finished in here, but we are now determining that they are because it looks fine. Everything is fine. We sanded the walls. That one's gonna be wallpapered anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And we are kind of tired of staying over at our parents' houses. So we're gonna stay here tonight for the first time, which means we have to set up our new bed. There she is. This is not where it's gonna go, by the way. This is just so that we have all the walls free and we can still paint them. Eventually it's gonna go there in between those switches, and we're gonna have sconces up there. But yeah, now we just need to figure out something to hang in front of the window so that we can sleep here tonight. Yay! I wanted to take a little moment here to talk about today's sponsor, because this video is very kindly sponsored by Skillshare, and this collaboration could not have come at a better time because, as you can see, looking around here, I can use some help in the interior design department. If you are unfamiliar with Skillshare, I have been talking about them for ages over on this channel, but Skillshare is an online learning community that offers thousands of inspiring creative classes on all kinds of topics. They have classes on sewing, fine art, interior design, of course. They have some business development, personal development. It's well worth a browse if you are looking to learn a new skill or improve an already existing interest. The latest class that I took is called Interior Design Basics, Simple Steps to Your Perfect Space, and it is taught by Lauren Cox. And this was really fun because she goes through the basics, but from a very American perspective. Interior design style is actually really different over in the USA than it is over here. So I find it really interesting to see guidelines that people use over there to design interior space. If this sounds good to you, then definitely be sure to check out the link in my description box, because the first 1,000 people to use that link and sign up to Skillshare will get a free trial of the Skillshare membership for 1 month so that you can start exploring your creativity today. Definitely be sure to check that out. Thank you so much, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video. And now there's so much more to do. Let's keep going. We are expecting a pretty hefty delivery from IKEA today, so we're trying to make some room in the living room and move stuff around and try to get some of the furniture where it's supposed to be. We're trying to move the boxes. We're moving those to the garden, and we're gonna move the bookshelves over to where the boxes now are so that we can install the low cabinets over here, fill those up with stuff that is in the boxes, and that should get the ball rolling. We just have to move the table over there a bit so that we can push back the sofa to the wall, try and remove the bed and the mattress, and then hopefully we will have space to also assemble the furniture that's coming today. The guys upstairs are finishing tomorrow, which will be fantastic. 2 more days of building, today and tomorrow, and then they're done. And we can start finally laying down the floors and moving our stuff upstairs, which would be great. We're getting there. It's messy, but the sofa is in position. Of course, the bed is going to go into the guest room upstairs, but that one still isn't finished. We have to put down the floor there. But the sofa is in position, as is the dining table. The bookshelves are in position. That is going to go upstairs. Obviously, my computer setup is going to go into the office, and this table, our old dinner table, is going to go into my studio, and I'm going to use that as a cutting table. for sewing. So there will be plenty of space here to walk around the table. Of course, that thingy is in position. And now we have room to put down the low cabinets there. So we can unpack even more boxes, because that is going to house a lot of stuff. All the board games. I think most of the stuff that is under the stairs now is going to go in there. So yeah, great progress again today. I'm really, really excited that we're starting to add furniture and it's all starting to look the way it's supposed to. And just it feels really, really good. I do think I've said this before, but eventually we want to buy more bookcases and have it wrap around this corner. So we're gonna have, a corner bookcase. That one is gonna go diagonally in between the two so that it's a nice corner shelf. All books. We're also gonna put doors on the bottom halves of these. Those are also arriving today. So we'll have books on top, books and decoration, and then all the less pretty things can be hidden away in there. Time to build some wardrobes so that we can finally put our clothes somewhere outside of boxes and start wearing clean clothes again. We spoke to one of our neighbors a couple weeks back, and she told us that apparently it is a common problem in this block where we live that Pax wardrobes from IKEA don't fit in our bedrooms. They are 6 centimeters too high for our ceilings here, so apparently everyone on the block has problems with their Pax wardrobes. Some people have shortened theirs, but we decided instead of shortening them, we bought the same color, same width, same everything, but a smaller, like a lower, shorter version. So we now have the 2-meter ones instead of the 236 ones, and hopefully now we will be able to keep the entire interior of our wardrobes, because I absolutely loved that wardrobe. It was perfect, and I would really like to just bring that here. So we just took off the top shelf, well, in the interior I mean, we just won't have the top shelf, and we'll have everything else exactly the same as it was, which is great. As well as the doors, because we had those white doors and they won't fit into the interior of this room, which is going to be nice and dark. We are considering painting the ceiling that same dark green that we have on the wall here. I think that might be really, really cool. I've never done anything like that, painting a ceiling, but I think in a bedroom it might actually look really cool. The doors that I wanted to get for this one are not in stock, so I'll have to wait for those to come back in stock. It always gets worse before it gets better. We now have stuff everywhere again, but everything is moving into place, which is great. And we are emptying more and more boxes. While I'm here making tea, I thought I would give you a little kitchen tour, because the kitchen is more or less the way it's gonna be until the new one arrives, I think. I have tried to make it flow logically, and of course as we live with it I'm sure I will move things around, but I thought it might be fun if I give you a little tour of what's inside all the cabinets. So, starting on this side here, we have our bread station. As you guys know, we eat a lot of bread, so the top cabinet there, the one that I can barely reach, has some things that we don't use very frequently. Some of my recipe binders, things like that. This one, the toaster, the grill, the milk frother, the toast rack. This is the freezer, this is the fridge, which is now freshly stocked. Yummy, yummy. Then here is a slide out pantry drawer, which is wonderful in theory, but I haven't quite figured out how to make use of this efficiently yet. So everything, all the kitchen tools and stuff is pretty much where I want it to be, but all of the pantry stock, I have no idea how to organize. I think I need to just pull everything back out, categorize everything, and put it back by category, because now it's just everywhere, all over the kitchen. So that's not yet how I would like it to be. So here we have our bread box with some of our bread inside, as well as the breakfast station, which has the seeds that I put on my yogurt and oatmeal. Up here, cups and mugs with, again, stuff that we don't use very frequently up there, which is, in our case, the coffee making stuff, as well as the teapot warmer, which we won't use in summer. Below here, the bottom cabinet, this is the cutlery drawer, which is set up very similarly to our previous one. And here, for now, we have the baking trays and our alcoholic beverages. I would like to store those differently as well, but for now, that's where they ended up. Then here, over the stove, we have the spice cabinet, which I am actually really happy with. I love this. I'm kind of sad that we won't be getting this back in the next kitchen, but I will figure something out. For now, it's just really nice. Then underneath is the oven, of course. Next to that, plates and bowls, all the way up. Boop. Next to the stove, I have my utensils, some of my most frequently used oils and vinegars, the knife block, which just barely fits under here. See, that's the issue with this kitchen, my biggest issue. Nothing fits underneath the top cabinets because they are so close to the countertop. There's quite a few things that I couldn't fit in there that I would have liked on there, but our new countertops or our new cabinets are going to be up a lot higher. Also, when you pull out the extractor hood, you can no longer see what's happening here because my eye level is about here and it just covers the whole thing when I'm cooking. So yeah, not very practical, but at least it works. So let's see, plates. Next cabinet is not yet very well organized. More pantry stock for now. Then under here, some jars. Of course, my kitchen machine. This is a fruit bowl, but all the fruit's currently in the fridge. This one, more pantry stock. Again, completely disorganized. Everything is just jumbled together. I really need to fix this somehow. But I don't want to buy a bunch of organization to fit this kitchen because the new one's gonna be different. This one is a weird size. Nothing really fits in here, so tall things in this. Then I have our aprons there, Tupperware lids and the Tupperware tubs up there. Then over the sink is the tea station. I was making tea just now. This is the teapot warmer. So we have the kettle, the teapot, and then here, of course, the most important cabinet, the tea cabinet. So this is all my loose leaf teas, more of my loose leaf teas, all the tea bags, tea bag stock, and then there are more teas in there, and those are travel cups and things like that. And then here, the last cabinet is a little bit of tea overflow. This one has supplements, protein powders, things like that. The little teapot with the little teacups. That is serving, linen, napkins, things like that, table runners. And that is the basket with our wedding favor teas. We gave out these little vials, actually, of tea as wedding favors at our wedding. And we have a bunch left over, so we just keep them here and we're slowly using them up. They came with a little card. Yeah, really cute. So we just have all of those in this basket. So as you can see, I've tried to kind of organize everything into zones, but I also don't want to spend too much time perfecting this because it's all going to be different come September anyway, which is in 2 months. So, you know, it's livable the way it is. Everything fits, which is great. And of course, we now have this gigantic credenza that fits any overflow from the kitchen. So yeah, priority now is just to get everything in its place, all the furniture, build all the stuff and get rid of all the boxes. I just realized I forgot the bottom cabinets on this side. This is the dishwasher. Yeah, a dishwasher. Then here we have turntables. So on top we have all of our pots and pans, which now fit individually, with each with their own lid on top, which is great. So those are no longer jumbled up in a mess. And then on the bottom here we have appliances and tools and things like that. The scale, all of the attachments for the kitchen machine. So that's that one. This is the under the sink cabinet, obviously just has cleaning supplies. And then this one is a little recycling station. So we have plastic, paper back there, glass up here. And this is another cutlery drawer where we just keep different things, miscellaneous things, and the tea making stuff over here. And then here is more space that we haven't really used very efficiently yet. But that's it. Our first bit of flooring is in! Oh, I absolutely love how this looks. I'm very, very happy with it. It's nice and neutral, fresh looking. I'm very happy to have finally entered this stage of the house makeover. Now that the floors are going in, we will be able to move all our furniture up here soon, clear out the living room and start actually building the spaces the way they are supposed to look. And I'm very, very ready for that stage. So I'm glad it's finally here. But while I'm here upstairs, let me give you a little update tour of the top floors. So obviously here we now have floors, but also the men finished the ceiling, guys. So everything is done now. We are free to decorate and do whatever we want with the rest of the house. The asbestos guy is finally booked in. He is coming next week, which is great as well. Yeah, anyways, let me take you through the rooms. So in the hallway, we now have a ceiling. That hole that was there is completely patched up, as is the hole on this side. Just looking great, just needs a lick of paint, but that's gonna be fine. We have started using the bathroom, finally. We couldn't really do that while the guys were here because they were using the shower to fill up their tubs. So yeah, we still need to buy some spots to go in here. But the bathroom is in use, which is great. The guest room with the new wall is looking fabulous as well. So much bigger than it was before with all the built-in wardrobes. Now that we have had to have it done, I am actually quite glad that it turned out like this. It is much bigger without the built-in wardrobes here, so I am actually very, very happy with that as well. But let me take you upstairs for the best transformation of them all. Take a look at my future studio space. It looks so good! I don't know if you remember, but this whole extension was built of these like fake wood panels that were hanging loose. In some places they were bent out of shape and just, yeah, not looking the best. And now everything is done properly and looking fantastic. This wall is all patched up and smoothed out, which is great. And my beams are still partially exposed, which I'm so happy about. And I am very much considering stripping those with paint and staining them a nice dark color perhaps. Because I feel like we went through all this trouble to leave them exposed. I want them to be a bit more noticeable than they are now. Because the white on white. I think it's a bit of a shame, so I would like to stain them nice and dark. But yeah, as I mentioned, the floor is being removed next week, so after that we'll be able to put down the proper flooring in here, and I will finally be able to move into my studio space. And we also have this little storage room next to it, which does actually have a dark beam. It's a little stained now, where you get a bit of an idea of how that could look. So yeah, they also did this room, which now looks perfect as well. Oh, here, of course, the ceiling looks great. More beams on this side. Oh, I'm so excited. And then of course downstairs we are slowly but surely working on emptying out the space, making sure that everything ends up where it's supposed to be and is no longer just piled in the center of our living room. The games cabinet is almost done, just needs handles. And it is gigantic. I think Robert's already filled some of the cabinets. Oh yeah, we really need to get handles with some of our games. Yeah, we have lots of games. But yeah, I'm very excited to see how that will look once it's done. But more on that later. This is where I'm going to end this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching once again. A huge thank you to Skillshare once again for sponsoring this video and providing me with lots of decorating inspiration. Don't forget to check out the link in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe for more interior updates, but also hopefully my regular content returning in a couple of weeks. Fingers crossed. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you again next week. Bye!